Hit that like button just like Tyson.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out!
Woo! Bringing that pressure, baby. You know, gotta wait. I want y'all to go to YouTube, look up Nutty Pressure, and listen to my man's song. He spit nothing but hot shit, man. Spit nothing but hot shit. Trust me, I wouldn't fuck with him if he wasn't. Now look, man, it's just so much stuff going on in this world that you got guys like me out here trying to get guys like you to understand what's exactly going on. What's the bigger picture? Now the bigger picture is it's a lot of stuff going on with this government they don't want us to know about. So they doing out like Kamala Harris and AOC and Joe Biden even being a president. That's just something to throw us off, man, to confuse us, to make us think differently. So what's really going on is it's a gas shortage right now on the East Coast. So people are out there, they filling up 20, 30 motherfucking gas tanks. You know, they hoarding gas right now. A lot of white people are hoarding gas. Black people ain't hoarding gas as much, but it's a few out there. I know a couple of them that might be hoarding gas, like my homeboy Trey Vietnam. He definitely is the survival type of guy. But I want y'all to keep an eye out and let me know what's exactly going on with that East Coast situation and the gas. Because people are making a lot of memes, but ain't nothing funny about this particular situation right here. Now, if we got certain individuals going out there and hoarding gas and supplies, it's going to do the same thing that it did with coronavirus when it first started, and black folks don't know what to do. So, how do we change the mindset in the black community to be more survivalist than to be out here and say, hey, man, well, whatever happens, happens? How do we change that mindset? I'm not sure. But it's a lot of guys out here that's giving out advice. We need to listen to them. I know I talk about this guy, Kevin Samuels, a lot. Well, it's a simple reason that I talk about Kevin Samuels so much because he's so popular right now. He's infamous and famous at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people that try to assassinate a guy's character. I don't like that. I don't like that at all because Kevin Samuels ain't did nothing to nobody. He's no different than Ricky Lake, Steve Harvey, and all the other talk shows out there. He's definitely no different than the Breakfast Club. But the Breakfast Club has a specific agenda that they're out for. So that's why they attack Kevin Samuels. That's why they have brothers on like Dr. Umar Johnson, who just don't make no sense at all. Instead of having real brothers that's out there with the wheels in motion to opening their own school, they bring on a guy that wants donations. I need your donations. I need the donations. I need more donations. If he did this the right way, he could start a school in a house. You could buy a house, 30, 40,000, 50,000, convert it into a school. It could be done. You got to start on a smaller level. And what Dr. Umar Johnson is doing, he's trying to jump out there with a full school. No, you gotta put the work in, like Charleston White would say. Why does it take for somebody like me to think of that within a few seconds? How about just buy a house, convert it into a school? If we got houses that's daycare centers, why can't we have a house that's a private school, maybe 40, 50 students? You know what I'm saying? How many people can fit in the house from top to bottom, from attic to basement? How many people can fit in the house? That's what we're going to have as a school. You know what I'm saying? But look, smart people with their PhDs, like Dr. Umar, he can't think of nothing like that. He can't think of talking to real professionals who handle these type of situations. So what they do is they bring them onto the Breakfast Club and get some donations up and running for them. You know, females like them. Like I said, I just came up with that scenario. 5 seconds. How about we turn a house into a school and as many students as they'll let us get up in this house? That's as many students as we'll provide for. You can't save everybody. You can't just build a whole community, Kumar, without the funds, without Michael Jordan saying, here go $100 million. Now you know who can build a school? Black Lives Matter. They can build the school. They not thinking about that at all. All they want to do is protest, collect money. Why can't we turn a multi-unit building into a school, Dr. Umar? That's not what he wants. He wants $3 million, $4 million, so we can do the same thing that the Black Lives Matter people do, and that's fuck the money up and have people just out of money. That's how I feel. I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but it appears that something ain't right, man. In the words of the Honorable Keith Sweat, something just ain't right. This brother been doing this for years and years and years. Just like Rory and Mal. Show me the money. Rory and Mal. Ain't they some funny motherfuckers? You know, Joe Budden had to publicly fire them. You know, but me, myself personally, I believe in this. Once you leave a relationship, that relationship is forever changed. Now, if you left because it wasn't your fault, but if y'all broke it off and got back together, I don't think that relationship could be the same, which has been proven that I'm wrong because people have got back together. But I'm not saying that I'm wrong or right. I'm just saying my experiences. Once you leave a relationship, that relationship will never be the same. It's a lot of people that might agree with me on that particular fact. So I knew for a fact that when Joe Budden was saying that he wanted his friends Rory and Mal back, I knew that situation wasn't gonna happen. I said, man, you might as well shit just kept going. It's a reason why the name of the show is the Joe Budden Podcast. And it's not a name like three guys. It's the name of you. And you own these guys now because you signed contracts with them. So when you sign a contract with them guys, guess what? Rory and Mal can't do a show for a year after leaving Joe Budden. But see, if you got a guy that's doing all the footwork and he say, hey man, I'm gonna pay you to do this, that's all you entitled to. Y'all coming at Joe Budden like y'all started the show together, which y'all did, but he had already started the Joe Budden podcast. It's just like me. I'm right now in my basement bar talking by myself. But if I had a couple of guys in here to interact with, oh, that'd be even doper. But I can't afford to pay these guys, so they come and go as they please. But Joe Budden, he can afford to pay you guys. So what he did was paid you guys, and according to Joe Budden, he paid you guys handsomely. And he's also protecting his people's ass. So we got Joe doing a live show with an enemy of the show, and it just didn't sit right with his guys, which that part does not sit right with me either. But at the same time, I understand what's going on. You just worked there. See, what they should have been able to do was they should have knew that, like, nah, why would I not have my own podcast? I'm going to use Joe Budden's podcast to grow my own shit. Why would I not do that? I'm going to be Rory with two other guys on side of me. And Joe Budden, I think he's bogus for doing that. Definitely. Because it's only a podcast. It's not like the news where you got to read a script every single time you're in front of the camera. Now, y'all going off the top of y'all heads, well, it ain't nothing but a conversation. Why would you take my name? I'm a different type of guy than Joe Budden is. I'm a different type of guy than Rory and Mal is, man. Definitely. Because I would have been like, no, I'm already doing a podcast. How could you bring me into a podcast when that's what I was going to do anyway? If I say I was going to do that, and he say, oh, well, you can't do one a year until this. No. How about I do mine along with doing yours? What's the issue? It's enough money for everybody. That's why I feel like Joe Budden, he's a creep, man. He's a creep for that, man. He bogus as hell for that. Them was supposed to be your friends. Your show should have been just paying them to appear on your show. Let them have the freedom to do whatever else they want to do. But no, they wasn't friends because they had the contract set out. He been down the road already, and he knew that. So what's gonna happen is Rory and Mal can have their own show, but can they get on somebody else's show and dish out the dirt on Joe Budden? Because I'm sure it's plenty of dirt that they accumulated since they had the show. When they left the first time, I said, why would they come back? Even when I first started listening to the Joe Budden podcast, I always wondered, why you got their names in the theme song? This is Joe Budden's podcast. But it's just supposed to be all about Joe Budden. And then these two guys are just your guys. You're supposed to help them out and find their way. By him not helping them out, finding their way, it just proves that Joe Budden is a piece of shit, man. By him having them sign a contract to where they can't work, where they can't open their own, just don't make no sense. That ain't what friends do. But I feel like that's snakish. So I definitely wouldn't do it. I'd be like, yeah, bro, you can have your own podcast and work for mine. I'm going to pay you for an hour a week. You know what I'm saying? They only work once a week. I think maybe 3 times a week. I'm going to pay you for once a week, 3 times a week, whatever. But you can definitely have your own show. Do exactly what I'm doing because you know what? Just like Kevin Samuel said with Tasha K, it's enough money in the podcast game for everybody. I find a new person every day doing this podcast shit that I didn't know about. And this person got 1 million fucking subscribers. I ain't even know about this guy. Every day I find somebody new. Once they talk about what I listen to, that's when I find. I know a couple of guys, they got like 2 million subscribers. All they do is ride around and eat food. That's all they do. I don't know. But we got some breaking news, man. We got a black man that was arrested for murder, first-degree murder, because the guy broke into his store and he fatally shot him. The reason why they arrested him for the first-degree murder is because the store's license had expired. Other than that, they wouldn't have charged him with that particular crime. But the thing that got me is, we all know that people that do this all the time, white folks will kill you dead breaking in their store, or even if they think you about to break into their house or their store, they'll kill you dead. But the thing is, the person that shot and killed that guy, he was black, and the person that was shot and killed was white. Y'all think that is race. Y'all are the people that I deal with, and I need y'all opinion. I'm going to cut this one short because I'm going to talk about it tomorrow on the podcast. Nigga been working. Now, I want y'all to hit me in the comment section. Let me know what y'all want me to talk about.